Fast forward to about 90 seconds. That's about the moment in time that I will be talking. Look at all those people jumping on. We got one! Alright, that's a start. That was a little slow start. Interesting. Ooh. That's a cool... I might have to bookmark something on YouTube real quick. There we go. How's it all going? That Cali Kid 1998. Were you born in 98? Sup? How's it going? It looks like by your picture you were born in 98. I would have been... in the summer, I would have been 14. There you go. Yeah, would have turned 15 that year. I remember the 98-99 Suns a lot. Strikeout, or not strikeout, but strike year. I remember that. I'll tell you, I've been telling people a lot recently that my... I have these weird kind of just like flashback moments, and they all last from 98 to 02. It's really like all these moments that just kind of just appear in my head, and I'm like, you know, oh wow, you know, I forgot about that. Yep, see, you were 2 in 98. Yeah, I was born in 83. Alright, we are now, we are streaming on YouTube. We are now public on YouTube. I didn't forget this time. Alright, we're going to go another few seconds. Close this tab. Get that up. Move this over here, and voila! Welcome to Valley of the Suns Live, the weekly edition. My name is Adam Maines. I am your host, your site editor, and your friend of the sun. Let's rock and roll. How you doing, Zappy? Josh Jackson is on fire. I wrote about that a couple days ago. By a couple days ago, I tweeted about it last night, that is. But his last 4 games, let me just get you some averages because I've got that pulled up. His last 4 games, Josh Jackson is averaging 21 points, 6.3 boards, love that stat, 1.3 steals. I'm hoping for Ayton or Doncic. And then still only 2.3 blocks, but even more beautifully, he's shooting 51.6% from the field and 41.2% from 3. Imagine this, he's shooting 41.2% in his last 4 games, but if we were to take his previous, or his first 48, he's shooting 26% from 3. So he's spiked that a lot in his last 4 games. He plays like this the rest of the year. I don't know. It might be too late. I mean, he would really have to average 21 points a game every game. 21 and 7 with a 40% three-point percentage for number one rookie of the year. That's, you know, that's going to... It could be Trae Young for sure. We're definitely going to talk about the draft since the Suns are likely to have a very high pick. But Josh Jackson would have to really do a lot over the next few games. He'd probably have to drop 40 twice just to even get in the Donovan Mitchell conversation. Mitchell's just, you know... Anybody remember? I can look it up real quick. What pick was he selected? Did the Suns pass on him? Oh, they would have, wouldn't they have? I forget off the top of my head. What? He was picked 9th? Alright, yeah, so they had... 13th. He was picked 13th. Okay, so the Suns got Josh Jackson, you know, and who knows, maybe they could have traded back up. It's funny because who was selected 14th was Bam Adebayo, and I really wanted him. I wanted the Suns to find a way to trade up to get him, but shoot, if they could have traded up and gotten Mitchell, who Denver drafted. That's the crazy thing. I mean, what was he traded for? That was a draft day trade, right? I did not even think I was going to discuss this. Tyler London and Trey Lyles, yeah. So it's a draft day trade. Just blows my... Not better than Book, but he's having a great year. Imagine having Devin Booker playing point and Donovan Mitchell playing the shooting guard position. Or Donovan Mitchell playing shooting guard, Booker playing the small forward. You know, I think it would actually probably be more along the lines of Book point. You know, point Book still, but... I mean, just think about that. Now, I mean, I'm still very intrigued with Josh Jackson. Like, Josh Jackson has such a unique skill set, and that's what I love about Josh Jackson and Dragan Bender, are their unique their skill sets, excuse me, are so unique. Yeah, I like JJ better than long term. Because, and here's the thing, I mean, think about this. JJ is averaging 10.8 points, 3.8 boards. And he's doing so in how many minutes per game? I want to say on average it's 17. Oh, 22.4. Donovan Mitchell is averaging 19.7 points, so it's 9 points higher than Book, 9 points higher than Josh Jackson. He's averaging 3.4 boards, which is 0.4 less. Now, granted, it's a shooting guard. He's averaging 3.5 assists to Josh Jackson's 1.2. but he's doing that in in almost 10. It's actually 9, it's 31.2, 9.5 more minutes per game. So, any of these guys can come in and drop 20 points a game. You can always have a scorer if he doesn't do a whole lot else. Now he's shooting 36% from three, and you kind of average, you expect this to all improve. But Mitchell is someone to build around like Devin Booker. He is, but he's just a scorer. What else does he provide you? I mean, in terms, let's see, steals 1.5. Jackson averages 0.9. So, I mean, they're right there. Per 36 minutes, that is. Let's see, Jackson is 1.4 steals. Donovan Mitchell is 1.5. So steals are the same. Give me Josh Jackson because of size. You guys know, I always say this. Size matters, and size, give me the size. Rebounds per game, 3.4 to Josh, and we're talking per 36 to Josh Jackson, 6.2. So, I mean, it's just, okay, fine. So, and Donovan Mitchell is averaging 19.7 points per 36 minutes. Per 36 minutes, Josh Jackson is averaging 17.3. Donovan Mitchell is counted on because they don't have anybody else. Blocks, 0.5 for Jackson per 36, 0.5 for Donovan Mitchell. So you would expect a little bit more of JJ. No, exactly. Size, skill set. JJ, future All-Star, it's so hard to say. I mean, does he have the skill set, again, speaking of using that term, to be it was beautiful. The dude can block shots. It's a matter of, he'll get timing down. He still doesn't have that. It appears. I mean, that would be my assumption. But, is Josh Jackson an all-star? Yes, I think he's got the skill set to be an all-star. But, I mean, take Devin Booker, for instance. Devin Booker should be an all-star and is not. And if it were the Eastern Conference, he probably would have been all-star twice now. Probably not his rookie year because he had so much time off. He really didn't get playing time until after the All-Star break. But certainly last season and then this season, of course, if he were in the Eastern Conference, he'd be an all-star. So, I mean, Josh Jackson, yeah, he's got the skill set. But, here's what'll tick me off is if somehow, someday, Donovan Mitchell gets an all-star selection before Devin Booker. That would just be BS. If Josh Holster only went in. Oh, I know. That would have been a sick. I remember that. Please keep playing him, too, as your third. Booker should shut down. Yes, before the all-star break or after the all-star break? Because it looks like right now he'll be shut down before, at least for some point. Imagine Josh with a stronger frame and improved jump shot. He'll get there. He'll get there. Yeah, I think he probably could be shut down. Not only has he already been called out, he will not play tomorrow against the Lakers, but it sounds like Booker will not play against San Antonio either. At least at the moment, he doesn't think that he will. And you got to imagine that if an athlete is saying, I don't think I will, that means they're really hurting. And he also knows, I tweeted this out earlier, the Suns' schedule, let me get that. So the next 5 games, I mean, it's back-to-back 6th and 7th, then 2 days off, then Denver, then day off, then Golden State, then day off, then Utah. So we still have 13 days from, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 9 days between now and the break. So if you were to say take these back-to-backs off against LA and San Antonio on Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to be embarrassed. And I have a joke about that. Not a joke, but you'll understand. But then he gets an extra 8th and 9th off, so they don't play again until Friday. So truly, if he just took these next 2 days off, he will have gotten off a full 5 days. So I mean, I could see him playing against Denver, Golden State, and Utah. Also at the same time, and I could see them just saying, "Hey, you're getting 3 weeks off. You'll never get a calendar month off again in the middle of the season, the rest of your life." Bar. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. In fact, let's get this out right now. Please heart, please like, please retweet, please share, please text your friends right now. Go, yo, Valley of the Suns is on. We're going until 7 o'clock. We'll go until 7 o'clock. And I usually do a little overtime. So, yes, I think Booker will still play because all he has to do is shoot. All he has to do is just get warm and shoot. He can almost do that, flat-footed. Not that it appears that he has any issue jumping. I mean, it's his hip and his side. So, I mean, I can understand that being uncomfortable, but it's not his knees. It's not his shins that we know of. So, having that kind of an injury where it's up there, so long as he's okay stretching and probably a massage and some ice or something will, just kind of keep it loose and he'll be able to take his shots. And you're going up against 7 other competitors. So, I mean, he could be out after, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 shots. I mean, he could take his 25 kind of competitive shots and then he's out already. obviously, I'm putting my money on Booker to win because I believe that Booker is so competitive that he will push to win. He wants to win. That his goal is to win. And so I do think that he's going to work his butt off to do it. I mean, look how close he was last year. I mean, he finished in third, made it to the finals, and lost to only Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. So, although I forget who won, Steph or Klay, I don't even remember. He was in the skills competition. How he was? Was he? I mean, he was in the three-point contest. Was he in the skills? I don't remember that either. Did he do both? I only thought he did three. You know what? The skills competition is fun. I enjoy it, but it's not something I remember, honestly. If you're right. Yeah, he was in the rookie game in the three-point contest. Are we talking? Rookie. I'm sorry. You're right. Wow, that's been 2 years? It's been 2 years. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, see, boy, time flies when you're losing. Or at least, you know, you just kind of forget stuff. You don't even think about it. So, anyway, I could see Booker healing, you know, taking some time off. At least LA and San Antonio getting those 5 days off. Would be great to see Booker win it. Could be the highlight of the season. Absolutely could be. And it's definitely something you can kind of ride as fans. You can kind of ride that till the end of the year, too. We will ride 2 things. Or have fun talking about the Suns. Yeah, that's true. Hey, I do. I'm glad you guys do. We could ride 2 things to the end of this year. That would be Booker winning 3-point title, and then, you know, the reverse standings. They're only a game and a half out as of this moment from having the worst record in the league. After that, ready for tank. Yeah, well, boy, they're tanking, man. They are tanking. They're not even. They're tanking by not making any trades. And actually, I do want to talk trade with you guys. So let's, real quick, I did want to, if you have more Booker talk, let's go. I mean, bring it on. But Devin Booker, Trae Young, JJ, Eric Gordon, interested in here, potential attainable. You saw my tweet then. You saw my tweet. I think that would be a fun tweet. And nice to see you again, buddy. So, real quick, Marquise Chris is suspended. It sounded like today, if anybody listened to Burns and Gambo on 98.7, that Gambo was saying that he got an altercation. Oh, if we're going to bring back, you know, Ring of Honor members, give me Barkley. I want Barkley more than anybody. Put him at power forward. This team would be good. And, you know, if he could give me Barkley and KJ again. Give me Barkley, KJ in their primes with Devin Booker and JJ, TJ Warren. And then, hell, if we're talking centers, I mean, I would take Mark West even. Personally, I want to draft Ayton and try to create a Kobe Shaq thing. Yeah, I am leaning more and more and more in that direction. Yes, but you give me the 98, the 97, 98, and 98, 99, or 98, 99, 99, wait, 90, 88, 89, 89, 90 KJ. The KJ, what's up, Dan? The KJ that not only averaged 20-plus points, but also 12-plus assists and 11-plus assists. That's, you know, as much as I love Steve Nash, give me that KJ who would drive, he'd get hit those free throws. That Devin Booker broke the franchise record for most free throws in a season consecutively. I mean, I love, this is not to say that Nash isn't better, because Nash is better than KJ. But right now, if you can give me a point guard that can score 23 points and dish out 12 assists, that's the point guard I want. You know, would I take Steve Nash? Yes, in a heartbeat, because he could probably average 15 assists. If you just told him, go get his 15 assists, he'll be like, all right, that's not hard. Give me 03 Hardaway? No, give me 94 Hardaway. Give me the 94 Penny Hardaway. That's the 94, 95 Penny Hardaway. You know, his second year. That's what I'm talking about. That's. I mean, remember, they compared him to Magic Johnson, who had just retired 2 years prior. Let's see, he retired in 92, so yeah, 2 years prior. Or a year prior from, Penny's drafting. So yeah, you give me the second year Penny Hardaway, and that's what I'm talking about. And again, size matters. 6'7" point guards. I mean, that's Ben Simmons. If we were to compare Ben Simmons to anybody, I would compare him to 94, 95 Penny Hardaway. I love KJ. Barkley called KJ the assassin in his book. Oh, yeah. Well, Barkley also said that Dan Marley was his true right-hand man. So if we're really bringing back Ring of Honor members, give me KJ, give me Booker, give me Marley, give me Barkley. And they don't have a... And then right there, you need a center. So then give me Alvin Adams. So Alvin Adams would get destroyed. And that would be a very short lineup, too. When you're thinking that your center is 6'9", your power forward is 6'6", your shooting guard... or excuse me, your small forward is 6'7". How tall is Marley? Is he 6'7"? Let's see. Goodbye, Donovan Mitchell. Give me Dan. Major Lee. Was he 6'7" or 6'5"? I feel like I wrote him a little shorter. And actually, that's just the listing. 6'6". Okay, so that's just the listing. Are you saying Bamba? Trae Young or Bamba? I would take Trae Young. Mamba, I would take Mamba in a heartbeat. Speaking of Ring of Honor, should we put Shawn Marion? Yeah, I'll bet Marion will go in next year. Because remember, they also have to put in Stoudemire as well. And I do think that Mike D'Antoni deserves to be up there also. I mean, you're not going to do it till he retires. But I would definitely, yeah, I'll bet Marion goes in next year. I'd be curious if they did both Marion and Stoudemire in the same season. You know, maybe do one in November, the other one in March. But I assume you meant, yeah, Bamba. Yeah, I assume. No, I would still take Trae Young. I don't really want a guy that's going to be a... well, remember, they don't. That's a good question, but they don't retire numbers anymore. They stopped retiring numbers after like 6 of them. But his number won't go up. Notice, when you go to the arena, there's no numbers next to their names. It's just their face and their name. That's the Ring of Honor. So that was a Robert Sarver. I believe it was a Sarver. I don't want to, like, pin that on him. What's up, Polar Bear? I don't want to pin that on Sarver if people just, hate that. But, I mean, that did change. Yeah, you can't retire Booker's number even if we could retire. You can't retire Booker's number even if we... Why? Why can't you retire number 1? Look. All right, yeah. Tweet me some pictures. Tweet me some pictures. Anyway, we just wouldn't want to. Well, okay. I mean, remember, they did retire Marley's 9. So Marley, they did retire his number. They made an exception for him, if I recall correctly. Well, it's because Alvin Adams is still alive, and so they asked Alvin Adams, would you allow him to wear it? So they retired for sure. Would you trade up 7-9 or JJJ for Bamba, even if you had to give up? Send me that trade one more time. It started to fade too quickly. Send it. I'll watch for it. They retired Connie Hawkins 42. Let's retire Brian Skinner. They retired 42. They retired 44. They retired 33. They retired 6. They retired 5. And then I believe they retired KJ's 7. We will hang in the club for sure. They did not retire 34 for Barkley. I think they made an exception and retired Marley's 9, though. And they won't retire... They didn't retire 13. They won't retire 31. They won't retire 1 or 32. Which, I mean, if he were to go in, he'd go in as 32, because he played as 32 longer. In my opinion. I mean, to me, that's like the hat in the Baseball Hall of Fame question. I absolutely remember the Dream Team. I was 9, and I remember watching this. I actually I downloaded every game of that, including their practice games. I have every one of them. But are players still allowed to pick those numbers? So, of the ones that are officially retired... Okay, so real quick. Would you trade for a pick between 7 and 9 to acquire JJJ Bamba, even if giving up TJ? Oh, that is a good question, because you know how badly I want to trade back up into the top 10. You know how badly I want to do that, and I do want to talk about that. I've mentioned it a bunch of times. So would you give up TJ Warren? Because think about it. Did you bring up how we need to drop 26 out of 28 yet? Yeah, that might happen. But think about it. If you are trading TJ Warren for a guy that's going to be... Elliot Perry. For a guy that is going to be a project, that's not going to come in and be a dominant starter every... then this team is going to suck buttermilk again next year. And we should be done with that. I want the Suns to trade in the top 10, but I don't want TJ Warren to be a part of that trade. That's why I want to trade for the Brooklyn pick, is that way you can trade your pick as an asset to move up. And that pick is at the moment, at least it was last night, number 10. But TJ Warren is probably the rest of the season away, and then, getting into next year from being a 20-point scorer himself. So especially if they finally get a point guard. Let's say they do get Trae Young, then he might easily be averaging 20+. So, I mean, you're getting rid of so much talent for somebody that, could be the way TJ Warren is in 4 years. I don't want to... They can't wait that long. We can't wait that long. Cavs are willing to give it that pick, which is insane. Oh, yeah, they are. And a lot of people... Well, we shouldn't say they're willing to. I'm sure they're definitely taking calls on it. But definitely a lot of people are speculating that LeBron James to Golden State Warriors rumor that Kevin Durant called BS. I paraphrase, that was kind of LeBron's way of, that he released it, that he leaked that, oh, I could go to Golden State kind of thing. And then that was kind of his way of pushing them. Make us a freaking trade. They said they want a long-term player for it. All right, so first off, please like, please heart, please retweet, please share, please text all our friends and go, yo, we're 20 minutes in. We still got another at least 40 minutes to go before 7 o'clock, and I always go overtime, at least one overtime, sometimes double. Let everybody know. So, okay, would I trade Chris or Bender? The answer is yes. I would hope that Chris would be the guy that would be traded. I would rather take a risk on keeping Bender and having him a bust than take a risk on Marquise Chris and him being a bust. You should write a piece for the Dream Team. Well, what would I write about? It's got to still somehow be around the Suns. But let me know if you have an idea. What number 3 trade? These are fading so quick tonight. I don't know what the problem is. Go ahead and send that trade again. If you've got a trade question, if you want to hash it out, and I don't answer it right away, trade it. Resend it. I'm happy to talk about it. Yeah, well, I'm talking about Chris right now. Thank you very much. Kurt, what's up? So I would hope that the Suns would trade Chris instead of Bender. Now, the reason is I really love Bender's skill set. Okay, who do we pick if we end up in the 3rd pick in the draft? Obviously, it depends on who's available. Phoenix for life, baby. What's up? Phoenix Paul. I mean, so let's just say, Ayton and Young are gone. I take Doncic. And so I take any one of those 3. If we're taking 3rd, I take whoever's left between Ayton, Doncic, and Young. And those are my 3. Do you think Glenn will be traded for the deadline? No, I don't think the Suns make any moves. Bender has so much potential in it. He does. You know, and I do think that Marquise Chris has plenty of okay, what if we get number 3 and we draft Trae Young? I say trade TJ to get Bamba. Now I have a point guard and a center. I'm all aboard the free agency train now. NBLS, yes. Okay, I'm all aboard the free agency trailer now, yes. Or train, excuse me. But again, Bamba is a project. And that's my problem. Is that, okay, now you're doing that with, and you're getting rid of a productive player now. It's a grade down. It's a legit grade down. So, well, it's definitely plausible. He's a defensive specialist, you know, and that would be fantastic. And if his offensive game, which is terrible, I mean, it's absolutely horrible, which in my mind does raise a lot of red flags. But let's say it does develop and he's just decent. Let's say he can be a 12 and, you know, let's say he can be a DeAndre Jordan. I would take a young DeAndre Jordan. But it looks like for Bamba, that's going to take so much time to develop. You've got to have other players there for this team to start finally growing. And if you're trading T.J. Warren for a rookie, let alone a project rookie, I mean, I think a lot of people, if I could somehow trade T.J. Warren for DeAndre Ayton, I think I'd do it. I don't want to, but I think that would be the kind of guy that would make the trade for, because it looks like, please sign Aaron Gordon. It could happen. Book trade. I tweeted a lot about it. Could be possible. Why do you want rim protection when the game's arc? That's a good question. I'd be afraid to take a project when Booker always seems to happen to the team. And that's a very good point. Now, granted, he can't go anywhere. They're going to give him the next extension. He's going to sign. He's going to be happy. Defense and Bamba and JJ. Yes, but my point, though, is that you're losing on a 20-point scorer for a guy that's going to average 4, and you're hoping like 6 rebounds. TJ is a lit scoring option, perfect 3rd option if we can 100% agree, which is exactly why I don't want the Suns to trade him. I do want them to get a new scorer. Now, Trae Young could be that scorer. DeAndre Ayton can be that scorer. Neither of them appear they're going to be a terrible project. I love Doncic. Again, I look at Doncic as that kind of Penny Hardaway. That size matters in the NBA. You got a 6'7" dude that can shoot and pass the ball. He's going to be, if his offense is how it appears it will be, he's going to be unstoppable. So I love Doncic. Because he can play, you know, he can be point Doncic, point Book. He can be 3-point Doncic, he can be 3-point Book. Give me that lineup every day. You get 2 6'7" guys in your backcourt, and that's a hell of a backcourt. I don't care if they play a ton of defense. They're going to score 3 points for every 2 points they give up. Prefer him as point guard or shooting guard. In that lineup, the way I would see that is that you have them both do both. You have Booker and Doncic do both. It's not so much, it's as I've talked about in the past, especially with Michael Schwartz, the founder of LA the Suns. For me, it is this positionless idea. It's the positionless NBA, because, and here's why in particular, it's that size issue. When you're in a position as league with a tall backcourt and you're going up against, say, the Milwaukee Bucks, who've got a 6'3" Eric Bledsoe, and then let's say Brogdon. I know who was hurt, but I don't think Malcolm is that tall. 6'3". I mean, 6'5". So I mean, but that's still you got a 6'3" point guard and a 6'5" shooting guard. But on the Suns, you've got a 6'7" point guard and a 6'7" shooting guard. I mean, again, it just helps a lot, especially in the offensive end. Who do you really think are some realistic trade targets for the Suns? I don't really know if there are any, man. I don't know if there's anybody. Was any of them the Dream Team? Were there any Suns of the Dream Team? I think yes. Charles Barkley, 92. And Ray asked that if I missed it, but I swear they're fading faster. I don't know what the problem is. But Barkley, 92, and then KJ and Marley in 96. Thoughts on MB3. So a lot of my thoughts have actually come from my discussions with Michael Schwartz, and that is that I just don't know if he fits on this Suns team. He's a power forward. He's not a center. The beauty about Ayton is that he plays center. Chris's attitude is really starting to bother me too. How the hell did he get suspended? And how do you get suspended for not doing a required team? Well, so real quick, let's talk about that. I totally started this about 20 minutes ago, and we got talking, which is all good. That's what we do here. But so apparently, Gambo was saying today, and I'll talk about Marvin Bagley. I promise I won't forget that. But apparently, it was reported today that Chris, the Suns have a rule for if you don't play 20 minutes in a game, and I remember former Suns coaches, this rule was 30 minutes. So 20 minutes is actually, that's the lowest number I've heard for an NBA team. But if you don't play at least 20 minutes, then you actually have to go do a workout, a cardio workout after the game. Now, under D'Antoni, it was a 30-minute. If you didn't play 30 minutes, then you had to do 30 minutes of cardio. So even if it meant, if you played 29 minutes, you then had to go another 30 minutes of cardio. It was a bike. They had to ride a bike. And that's just, I'm sure, you know what, I can ask a high school coach tomorrow. But I'm sure college schools do that, college basketball teams, and I know pro teams do it, and they have forever. That's just their way of keeping their guys on the same cardio schedule as those, as the starters and the regular rotation players. Well, so Chris decided he wasn't going to do it. However the conversation happened, I don't know. I don't presume to put words in his mouth or invent an argument that didn't exist, even though it was obvious it was an argument. Chris somehow got an argument with the training staff member, either as he was going to do the cardio, or he just decided not to do the cardio and went and took an ice bath, and because of some argument and then him deciding not to do the cardio, he got suspended. I didn't care who won the Super Bowl. I was totally fine with either one. I had no dog in the fight. I'm a Cardinals fan, and I honestly don't hate the Patriots. I don't hate the Eagles. I wanted a good game, and the Saints the greatest Super Bowl of all time. So I had a lot of fun. So yes, go ahead. Let's heart. Let's like. Let's retweet. Let's share. Let everybody know we still got 30 minutes left, and it's only halftime. It's not even halftime. I'm actually giving this a little PSA a few moments early, but it's only halftime of Valley of the Suns Live. So if you can text your friends and be like, "Yo, join in the conversation. Let's rock and roll." So Marvin Bagley III, yeah, Chris, and exactly, he only played 14 minutes, which meant he had to do his 20-minute cardio. It's like, give me a break. 20 minutes, big deal. What are you complaining about? Maybe look at getting another 2018 first rounder for Troy Daniels, therefore more trade pieces. I would rather keep Troy Daniels selfishly, but if you're going to make a trade, I would rather trade Troy Daniels. I think Troy Daniels is a more valuable commodity than a late first-round pick. Tell me right now, what would you rather? Miami's pick, which is at the moment 18, but as low as 22, or Troy Daniels? And I think 30 out of 30 GMs say, give me Troy Daniels. So you're not going to get a first for him. Give me Ayton over Young. Size matters. So I mean, like, and then what are you going to do with the, say you traded him to Cleveland, the 31st, you got the 31st pick or whatever. It doesn't get you anything. That's not tradable. Chris has the millennial. Oh, what just happened? Why did it go black? Are you there? Hello? Hold on. Let's see. Are you there? Keep Chandler? Yes. Hold on. Uh-oh. Are we syncing? Do you guys see me? Uh-oh. Shit. Ah. Oh, I just cursed. Sorry. Hold on, Burgle Flickle. Sorry, YouTube. Give me 1 second. Give me a moment. Live. Here we go. Paste. Paste. Fix that. Bring it on. Okay. Alright. Oops. I'll wait for you guys to come on. As my friends say, oopsies. So my bad. I got a phone call, but I'm throwing hands. I got a phone call, and that's never cut the stream out before. So usually the stream will like hit pause, but for some reason it just totally ended there. I don't know why. Yeah, I got a phone call. It's the most random thing. Sorry about that. Go ahead, hearts. Let's get us back up on Periscope. Hearts, retweet, shares, tell all your friends. I'm sorry. Well, remember last time it was an actual blackout. I had a legit blackout. This time it was I got a phone call and that cut it off for some reason. So people, yeah, it was a number I don't know too. So I'm not really sure who it was. At least I didn't have it saved. You know what? I'll bet you it was Ryan McDonough going, hey, we really like this Brooklyn idea. How do you think we can pull it off? Well, I'll tell you this. So Troy Daniels, I think, is a better commodity than a first-round pick. And you know, somebody said you can't get a first-round pick. You know, it's entirely plausible that Cleveland might give up, you know, say Cleveland a first-round pick for him because his contract is so low, their pick is going to be trash anyway. You know, so it's entirely possible, you know, Boston might. Who knows? Golden State. I mean, he's only making like $2.5 million or something like that. So it would just be that trade, that pick would just be absolutely worthless to Phoenix in trade. Troy Daniels himself is a much more valuable trade commodity. And think about it, you are also saying teams are not giving him. No, but late first rounders, yeah, especially for a veteran who is making 3.4 this year and 3.2 next year. You're not going to get Troy Daniels' production. He's averaging 41.6 from 3 this year. His average is a 40.9 for his career. Deadline is the 8th. We're 3 days away. Free agent plus, what would you give TJ Warren's value? Oh, from F- to A+, what would I give his value? I've never thought of it from that perspective. That's a very good question. And that actually, it's an idea for a post. What's their trade value? I did that last year. I should do that. I gotta write that up. Trade value for every player. Let me see. For every player. Okay, well, I'll tell you this. For the Suns, B+ is a very good number. I just wrote it down. Oops, I keep hitting my mic. Make sure YouTube is up. Okay, we're still good on YouTube. When does Daniel House Jr.'s two-way contract end? Would you sign him for the rest of the season? I think you have to. That's a good question. I don't know what the date is on that, but I think he has to stay for the rest of the season because you need the depth, and he's playing. It's not like he's just on the roster. Let's see, Daniel House. He's played in 15 games already. You know, he only played in 1 last year. He's now made it into 15. He's averaging 11.9 minutes per game. So, you know, that's obviously a rotational player. He is a downgraded version of Derrick Jones Jr., who I am disappointed. By the way, Donovan Mitchell, speaking of, he is Aaron Gordon's replacement in the slam dunk contest. How is it not Derrick Jones Jr.? That kid, gosh, he should have won it last year, but he should have been there the year before. TJ Warren, defensive reliability, can stretch the floor, can't stretch the floor, can't play. Yeah, okay, but trade value, I mean, okay, I'll put it this way. He's a mid-first-round pick. If the Suns, let's see, current standings, where are you? Would you rather see Reed in the rotation than House? Oh, you would rather. Aaron Gordon last year was disappointing. Yeah, well, it was so, I mean, honestly, so is Derrick Jones Jr., because he could have won that thing. Oh, you know what? I probably gotta go to NBA.com real quick so I can get conference standings. It's just easier to read. Let's just say, I'm pulling it up. Yeah, I don't like that Mitchell, but maybe I'm just bitter because of all this comparisons between Mitchell and Devin Booker. Oh, well, that's positive. You think Book gone with 3-point contest? No, I think he's going to play. Gordon had a foot injury. That's true, agreed, but I like Devin Booker. Thank you. You curse and you go, oh, yeah, but he's good. Derek had a Vince jersey in the locker, but couldn't pull out the VC dunk. Yep, I'm sure you already answered this, but thoughts on Josh Jackson right now? He's kicking butt. Mitchell is an insane dunker. I know, but I'd still rather see Derrick Jones Jr. All right, so let's say this. Detroit just traded for I can see his face, whatever the hell his name is. And what if they wanted another score? I could see them trading their first rounder. Blake Griffin, thank you. My brain sometimes, I can't even tell you. I like LeBron. I can't even tell you. My brain is the weirdest thing. I will remember the most ridiculous stats in history, but then I go, who is that guy? And it's like I know exactly who it is, but I can't think of his name. But, let's just say Detroit, who is now only a half a game out of the playoffs. By the way, Philadelphia is a half a game from missing the playoffs. Miami is finally sliding. Gosh, they need to slide out of the playoffs. We need that pick to be good, because that becomes trade bait. Better trade bait. But, I'd say Detroit would trade their first-round pick for T.J. Warren. Detroit Polo Club has got better. Yes, they have. Yeah, T.J. Warren in that mix, and they're even better. Would Denver trade their mid-first round pick? Yeah, so they could cling to the 8th spot and get swept in the first round by Golden State. I'm sure they would. They would trade that mid-first that gives them absolutely nothing for T.J. Warren. So I think that's his value. They already traded it to get Blake. Oh, that pick was on it? Yeah. Didn't trade. Yeah. Well, there you go. But they would. My point is they would. I was just looking. You're right. I wasn't actually, offering that trade. I was just saying, would they do it if they could? Is what I'm saying. I hope Miami trades Hassan Whiteside. I hope if they do that he stays in the East. I hope he stays in the East. I do not freaking want him in the Western Conference. I hope he stays in the Eastern Conference. So, you know what? I mean, would Philadelphia trade? Here's this. That LA Lakers pick, the 76ers own if it's the first overall pick or if it's the 6th through 30th pick. Who are the Suns looking to draft? Young, Ayton. Man, I'd go Young. That backcourt would be fire. TJ over mid-first. He's key to us. Oh, no. I would take TJ 100%. I do not want TJ Warren traded. Let's trade my armor. They will. They're not selecting 3 first-rounders, which is why I want them to get that Brooklyn pick for 2 reasons. First off, would you say Suns should make a play for Whiteside, but I don't. He's too old. He doesn't fit. That pick belongs to Boston. It belongs to Boston, but it's protected. It belongs to Boston if it's 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th. It goes to Philadelphia if it's 1st, 6th through 30th. So if they could... Oh. Okay. So Boston is what you're saying. Boston owns the pick. Philadelphia doesn't own the pick. Yes, correct. You're right. So I misspoke. For sure. Would Boston trade it for... Would Boston trade that pick for T.J. Warren? Probably not, and now that I'm thinking about it from that perspective, but who knows? Would you compare Josh Jackson? Well, really tough to trade up. I like the LA pick better than the Brooklyn pick because it will be cheaper. Maybe not cheaper, but it also is going to be higher. To me, it doesn't make any sense to trade Warren. Yeah, I'm just for anybody jumping in or didn't hear, I do not want to trade T.J. Warren. Somebody just asked about value, so I was just trying to come up with a mid-range first-round pick. Mid-range first-round pick, I think, is what he is. Because of those deficiencies in terms of he can't spread the floor. He creates his own shot, but it's not like he's a fantastic passer or anything. So what was I going to say? Oh, the reason why I want the Suns to get that Brooklyn pick is because I want them to have 2 first-round picks, 2 top 10 picks. I would love for the chance to draft Ayton and then try to get whoever slides between Young and Doncic, or to get Young and Doncic and then go out and get Bagley or Bamba. Would you take 2 first? Would take 2 first to move up? Sure. Yeah, with 40, 48, great contract. Yeah, it's a fantastic contract. Please heart, please like, please retweet, please share, text everybody. Go. We got 20 minutes left in the show, plus probably at least 5 minutes of overtime, maybe even 10. So we'll see. But just text everybody, let them know. Hey, every week, Mondays, weekly at 6. There we go. Arizona time, streaming on YouTube, Twitter, and Periscope. Warren will never be a great 3-point shooter, but it'd be nice if he could shoot 30%. Yeah, that's a good point. When you wish upon a star. Hey, I'm telling you, that's all I do. Join Midway. You talk about losing culture. It seems to be getting worse. No, we haven't talked about that in particular. Okay, we should trade to get that Brooklyn pick. What would I trade to get the Brooklyn pick? Okay, so what I would do to trade is my package would be... Actually, I have it up because or do I have it up? Hold on. I might have to open up another window. My trade package is, if I recall correctly, you know what? I'm going to have to, because I had it up and I closed it and I forgot. Will this allow me to open up my last, okay, hold on. I joined a 3-way deal with Cavs and Clippers to get what? The Brooklyn pick? Okay, so I'm just trying to think. I know for sure that it was Marquise Chris. Oh, was it Tyson? Is that what I said? Yeah, so it's Marquise Chris, Troy Daniels, and Tyson would have to take on a crap contract. Yep. And I had 2 crap contracts coming back. And then it would be either one of the... I hope so. Either one of the... you'd have to throw a first-round pick that way. So whatever's higher between Miami and Milwaukee. But, so then Cleveland, I said Tristan Thompson and Iman Shumpert. Now, Thompson's making $16.4 million. Shumpert is making $10.3. It seriously hampers what the Suns could do in free agency at that point. It just, or JR, JR saves them $3 million, but it hampers them what they can do in free agency. But you are moving Tyson Chandler. You would then have to move Jared Dudley at some point, and you still have time to re-sign. And at that point, that's when you go for a value pick, a value free agency signing. And I wrote about Tyreke Evans. I would go after him. He probably wouldn't be too expensive. Certainly, I would take him as my starting point guard next year. If you're drafting Yaron Doncic to have that year, if the Suns go for someone at the deadline, it would be the best player. Who would be the best player? Deadline or free agency? But it's too different, which is why they wouldn't do it. Rather go for Capella, Marcus Smart. Not like free agents flock into Phoenix anyway. Well, so yeah, well, you know what though, bro? Suns will not make the playoffs in the next 20 years. That's a ridiculous comment, but okay. Ayton and Sexton or Young and Bamba. Ayton and Sexton or Young and Bamba. I'd go Ayton and Sexton, but because Ayton, I think, is going to be your next dominant center. Go after Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, he's not being traded though. So you'd really screw yourself in free agency. But you could, of course, make other moves. You could still find a way to flip one of them. Not sure about Capella, CP3 Harden, make him look better. Well, also Mike D'Antoni. They will make it next year. So it's you wouldn't be able to sign a max contract, but you could get a DeAndre Ayton. You could get a Tyreke Evans. Looked me 4 years for Devin Booker to be an All-Star. Took me 4 years for Devin. Yeah, I know, man. I think Jordan's going to be our head coach next year. That's a great question. I don't know at this point. Jay Triano is, this team, they're not competitive enough. And I know this team is not built to win, but it's just, you've got a competitive issue and you've got Marquise Chris as an issue. So I don't know. I don't necessarily think that's Triano's fault almost at all. It's just, it's hard. Why do people love him? What has he done? What has he done? Tell me what he's done. Why is he deserving? He got fired. Not only that, it took him 16 years to get a job. What makes him so special? I would love to know. I don't see it. It doesn't mean it's not possible. Would I like to? I wouldn't care. I just don't. People seem to throw his name out there like he's something special. What makes him so special? No, I would not take Jason Kidd. What makes Fitzdale so special, though? Take that for data. It's hilarious. Zilch pass. I know. I get it. Mark Jackson? Probably not. Probably not Mark Jackson. He coached the Heat to championships. Fitzdale? He was an assistant coach. Was he an assistant coach with them? Yeah. So he coached them. He was assistant coach. He was also an assistant coach. Was that? I gotta go. Okay, he was an assistant coach. Better than Kidd or other players out there right now. He was an assistant coach. Yeah, but he was an assistant coach when he had LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh in their primes. And Ray Allen. And not only that, he was there. He lost 2 of the 4 that he was an assistant coach on, and including the first one, which they should have never lost. Players coach, all players. Yeah. Well, yeah. I just don't know. I don't know if there's a name out there. Honestly, I would love Jeff Van Gundy. Who's going to argue? I would love Jeff Van Gundy, but Devin Booker has 70 more points than LeBron. What? But that's the thing. It's like he's nothing special in my mind. He got 1 season. He got a playoff series, or 2. They won the games. Okay, no. 1 playoff series. Take a flyer, and then he gets fired 19 games into the season. There's nothing special with him. Well, there goes that man every huddle. Yeah. Dan Marley has a fake tan. Dan Marley would also be a fantastic head coach. I would love Dan Marley. You think Booker plays tomorrow? No, he has already been announced that he's out. I would venture to guess because he actually said he didn't, like, if he were to be asked now, he isn't going to play against San Antonio on Wednesday either. We should hire a kid as a player development coach, but that will never happen. I would rather Steve Nash. Suns need to open their wallets for Dan Marley. 100% agree. Open your wallets for Dan Marley. 100% agree. He's not coming, but I would love it. Suns haven't been relevant since... you mean since Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, Sean Murray, the Western Conference Finals just in 2010? I mean, they've been relevant since. What were we talking about? I went to grab some dinner real quick. Whatever you want to talk about. Nash ain't giving. Well, but it's really just yeah, Nash and Amari for player development would be awesome. You remind of Max's in the 80s? Can you rephrase that? You were a mind of Max in the 80s? How you felt? Oh, dude. So I was, as probably most of us are, watched that live. And at the time, 3, he just turned 4 on Friday. Had my little kid, my little boy, sitting on the couch. And he was actually on an iPad. And that happened. I'm like, oh, like real life. It was obvious. It was so obvious, as you guys know. Yes, the guy who stuttered. Max in the 80s who stuttered. I don't know who that is. And so then they showed the replay, and because I'd made that, loud noise, Benjamin's like, what? And I'm covering his eyes. I'm like, no, you're not watching, He's trying to peek over. I'm like, no, you can't watch. It was so sad. You would trade Chris and Bender for... No, I would not. I would not trade him for Bam. I don't remember him. I feel like we need to wipe out our entire front office. Well, Max hit him. I don't know. It looked like a leg got broken instead of saying... I thought it was his leg, too. No clear-cut coach candidate that would come here. I mean, money talks for coaches. Coaching, I think, is a little bit different from playing. Oh, shoot. Somebody just made a comment I was going to comment on. I wouldn't trade for Max. Lauri Markkanen would be nice, but you're going to have to trade a lot for Lauri Markkanen. You'd have to trade the Suns' first-round pick. He's looking too good. We don't wipe out the ownership. That's the root of the problem. What was it? Oh! Okay, so that was the point. That was the point. So, wipe out the front office. Here's my deal with that and why I just disagree. Perfect. I'll answer that right now, 100%. Here's why I disagree. They set out a plan to tank. This has been the plan. And they've stuck to it, which is why I don't think they make a trade within, before the trade deadline. I don't think they make a single move. Because I don't think they're going to get the kind of player that they want. Now, again, I would hope that they would make a move for, say, the Brooklyn pick. But I don't think they're going to make a move. We can't wipe them out through. And that's the point. They are sticking to a plan. They're literally sticking to it. They have not gone out and signed some ridiculous guy. They haven't made some random trade to get to 8th place. They said, we're standing pat. We're going to build for the draft. They've got 2... hopefully 4, but at least 2 if you think, 3, hopefully 5 right now, plus a 6th coming. It'd be a complete starter. What do you think about the Wall Phoenix? Oh, Wall to Phoenix. Oh, that would be amazing. We lose all trades. Do you think Ayton trade for Terry Rozier? No. Do you think draft Ayton? Draft Ayton trade for Terry Rozier. That would be interesting. They are doing nothing till the summer. I believe so, yes. Just noticed tomorrow will be the 10th anniversary of the Shaq Mary trade. Wow, way to make me feel old. Holy crap. Love Sarver. I don't have a problem with them personally. That would be dumb if they got rid of McDonough. Agreed. Trade Miami pick and Chris for Lauri. That would be special. Glad to finally see. And that's the point. They are sticking to the plan. Exactly. No more Hakeem Warrocks. No more Josh Childresses. No more trading for Luis Scola. They, it took them a couple years. They expected to be better after that 48-win season. You can't blame them. Everybody thought, holy crap, the Suns just won 48. A couple moves, we'll be 55. We'll be good. It just didn't. It just didn't work out. So, what you think? T.J. Warren, Bender, Chris Tyler, Ulyss Miami first. Whew, boy. I would take that trade. I would do, again, bigger size matters. I would take Antonio Davis in that trade. That would be the kind of trade that I would trade all those pieces for. And then you keep in your own first? Absolutely. Booker for MVP? No. No more Hedo Turkoglu? Yeah. So, they set out on a plan. They've stuck to the plan, and it's working out. I just have the plan is, though, our roster's a mess. No, the plan is to lose. That's why it's a mess. The plan is to draft. They got Devin Booker 13th overall. They got T.J. Warren 15th overall. They got Josh Jackson 4th. They got Dragon Bender 4th. They got Marquise Chris 8th. They're going to get one more top 5, hopefully. That was the plan. the thing about it, they have 3 guys right now, potentially 4, and maybe even 6, because you've got Devin Booker that's working out, you got TJ Warren that's working out, you got Josh Jackson that's working out. You hope that at least one of the 2 of Bender and Chris work out. I'm really banking on Bender because of his skill set. And then you got one more kid coming in. I can't wait for the draft, because it's finally this coming draft. I know we all thought this last year, but this coming draft is the draft. This was the culmination draft. The 2018 summer draft is what we think. So we've been building towards. If you think we kept IT and Bled back 2015, can you resend that IT and Bled? We got to package some young players. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I would make Chris my most available young player because he's got the most potential. What's up, man? How's it going? What's up, man? Appreciate you always. It's not a problem. Absolutely, 100%. I do this for you. I do this for you guys 100%. I would make Marquise Chris my number 1 tradable asset. Young asset, because I do think he has the most potential. Well, yeah, he's... All of us were tied. But the thing about it, though, is that it's funny, because I'm just trying to look over the... Do you see me? Agreed. Okay, if you think yeah, team, but we still haven't been able to get... Oh, that's a good question. I'd have to look. It's possible, but I'd have to look. He's getting so annoying. No, absolutely. But he's tall, he's athletic. I just don't see him having a lot of value in the market. Packaged, though. Again, you've got some veterans, you've got contracts. I mean, the Suns, you've got picks. The Suns can package him. And he does. I mean, think about it. He is only 20. That's why so many people, I mean, I get yelled all the time. You don't trade Chris. He's only 20. The Suns trade the Orange for 4 years. No, this change was the quickest they'd ever done that. It's because the last uniforms were just god-awful. They sucked. Draft point guard and try to get Ayton. Agreed. Who has a higher ceiling, Bender or Chris? I mean, I'm going to say Bender, but Chris is so young, he can lose his attitude. Yes, LaMarcus Aldridge flanking on is basically running their process. Well, that was the process to win. So, I mean, that's a little bit different. And once that didn't happen and they kind of flounder for a year, then it's like, all right, we got a tank. I think we should go after Nolan as well. Nope. Alex Len is a better center than him, and neither of them are that good. Statistically, look at Len's stats. He is right there. Give me Alex Len. Does Nerlens Noel even play? Let me see. Has he even played in Dallas? You know, I think Chris will get credit. I mean, I doubt it, but maybe. Need to move Chris plus Milwaukee first, Heat first for something significant addition by subtraction. Give me that package for Brooklyn. I don't think he is either. Yeah, Nerlens Noel has played in 18 games this year. Oh, with Dallas. He's played in 29... Wait, what? Yeah, 18 games this year. Excuse me. I was there we go. 18 games this year. Have been disappointed. Oh, yeah. Has Jaleel even played? That surprised me. Jaleel Okafor, I do think is good. Oh, dude, I would love Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, okay, he's played in 18 games with Brooklyn, too. He's averaging 5.9 points and 2.9 boards. Man, that kid started out gangbusters and just... yeah, but I like Ayton's body, ready-made NBA body, and offensive game better. My statement, what did I make? Which one? I make so many. I'm teasing you. Anyway, I would make... Bamba hasn't been that great. Trust me, if we bottom 4 finish, we'll end up with the first overall pick. I would love to trust you on that. I mean, I would love that to happen. I would love that to happen. But I would make Marquise Chris tradable and available right now. Oh, so that Brooklyn pick, would you trade Chris for someone like Spencer Dinwiddie or Jordan Clarkson? Yes. Honestly, I would. And then you get your guard right now, and then you can just focus on hopefully finding a way to get Ayton. I'd be okay with that. The lottery is rigged and Suns will never move up. It's probably true. I don't know why Suns are taking. They screwed over the left. Have they? I do like Hernan Gomez on the cheap. Have they? Ayton looks like a grown man. He does. He's got a man's body. He's got an NBA body. He is NBA ready on offense and in size and physicality. He'll be fine. He's going to jump right in and be good. Thoughts on Davin Reed? I mean, he's got to play. He hasn't looked anything special. Oh, shoot. Ayton is Bohemian Beast. I'm telling you, man. And that's the thing. Dinwiddie would be good with Book. Agreed. And Jordan Clarkson would be fine with. Only thing I don't like about Ayton is that he gets fatigued easily. Well, they'll run it out of him. Plus, Bender would immediately see 30 minutes without Chris. Agreed. Trade Chris and picks for Kawhi. Oh, that's what I was going to say about it. If you were to make a trade for the Brooklyn pick, and let's say that you traded... Let's say, okay, my package earlier of Marquise Chris, Tyson Chandler, Troy Daniels, and either Miami or Milwaukee's pick. Would rather see Doncic simply. I would love Doncic. He's still my number 1. Our point guard position, just future point guard. Well, they're going to have to. Because like the West Warriors are too strong. Well, yeah, today. But as the Suns get older, they're going to get older too, and the Suns will catch up just based on maturing and then aging. But so, let's say it's Chris, Tyson Chandler, Troy Daniels, and the Miami pick. And then you get that 8th pick, you get Iman Shumpert, and you get Tristan Thompson. Shake my head, y'all still had Booker about to lead us to the finals this season. We're going to beat the Hawks in 7. Hey-oh, not a Doncic fan, see if he proves me wrong. I hope he does. But I hope if he does do it, and he proves me wrong, he's doing it here. Let's say you make that trade. Now and let's say you can't move up into the first round. Let's say you just draft Ayton, and you can't find a way to get Trey or Young, Trey or Doncic. Hold on a second. That pick still holds a ton of value, and there could still be a then veteran player available on a team that would say, okay, we'll take that Brooklyn pick and one of your expiring contracts, Iman Shumpert, for instance. He expires after next year, and then now you can get Kawhi. It wouldn't be Kawhi, but in that kind of move. Next 4 years, the Warriors are going to get. They're going to mine Anthony Davis. I hope not. If Doncic was able to become an all-star, Doncic has an even higher potential, very likely. Brooklyn pick can end up being 10. It is 10 currently. Thoughts on Bagley? Dude, they're so close. I mean, we're just inching close. We're now 3 days away from the trade deadline, and they're so close. Like a better GM than we have right now. I'm following his direction. I'm now just going off on my, I'm now making the decisions, or explaining the decisions that I would make. But I'm following his logic. I do think McDonough is fine. He's following plan. He has not messed around. Now, if he goes and he trades for, Luis Scola or something, now I'll have a problem. But he's not going to do that. He's sticking to his plan. He wants that top 5 pick, the same as we do. I think, but if you want to hire me as the Suns GM, I'll take it. Tell you the pick, you should focus on Chicago's. Yeah, but they're not going to give it up. Plus, they're getting better. How I wish the Nuggets would have traded Murray for Blake. But Murray sucks. You got faith in Ryan this offseason? I do. I have faith in Ryan this offseason. Do you see the Suns trading Josh Jackson? Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell. Moutier, I want to look up Moutier's stats real quick. The dude is terrible. I don't want him at all. McDonough's going to trade for Beasley and build around him. Hell no. Murray sucks. Yes, let me offer the stat line for you. 41 games this year. 0 starts for a 3rd year. 8.5 points, 2.9 assists. Give me Tyler Ulis. They have lost 6 in a row. Chicago has. He's getting 20 points now. Final life in Jackson. I know. I'm loving it. His last 4 games. I had that up. I can still get that up. Where are you? His last 4 games is averaging 20 points. When we trade J.R. Smith, we win the Super Bowl. Hey! I just feel like McDonough crapped the bed with the Bledsoe trade. I think he got the best that he could. That was Bledsoe's fault, not his. Jackson showing he can top pick. Yes. Talking about Moutier. Everyone's pissed an inch. I thought we were talking about Moutier. We're talking about Murray? So Josh Jackson, last 4 games. Flint, Michigan Bowl. Hell yeah. Who is the most technical? Is Booker or Keith this season? I actually think it might be Booker. I might be able to look it up. But his last 4 games, Josh Jackson, 21.0 points, 6.3 boards, 1.3 assists, shooting lights out from 3, 41.2 a game. Hell yes. Where do the Suns end up in the standings when it's all said and done? Top 3. I think they finished top 3 because I think they're going to bench Booker. They still have 4 games left. Moutier is awful. 4 games left against against Golden State, 2 against Cleveland. They're going to lose a lot. Who is someone you think the Suns should heavily after free agency? Tyreek Evans. Get you your guard right there. It's Booker. He talks a lot. Trade Ulis, the 2nd round pick for Murray. Real quick, which Murray are we talking about? I just want to be clear because obviously I was making a mistake there. It looks like if Josh trims that afro, he'd become an all-star. I would go after Murray. I would go after Capella. I would go after Gordon. I just don't think those 2 guys are going to move. They're going to get their money. I mean, it's a. Oh, DeJounte Murray. What are his stats this year? I don't know his stats off the top of my head. Did somebody say? Oops. I think it could be. I mean, I still hope he stays in Cleveland, but it seems highly unlikely. I mean, 22 games per 36. What is it per 36? Yeah, I mean, those stats are nice. I just don't know if it's the Spurs. That's probably a good player. I don't know. I mean, if he's really that good, does Pop trade him? I mean, I doubt it. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at starts real quick. Start the last few. I mean, he has 0 points, 13 boards, and 7 assists in the start 3 games ago. That's insane. Look at that. We can finish top 3, and then Mark Tatum. A ton of hype. Yes, he would. The Spurs can develop players. Yes, they can. Warren and Miami pick for D'Lo. No. You are way overselling D'Lo. Give me TJ Warren. You need him. You need that size. All right, so we're heading into overtime real quick. We're at 1 hour. So the last 10 minutes have been pretty rapid fire, but you got everything else. Let's rapid fire. Shoot some trade options. What do you think? Although I remember when I thought Kyle Anderson was going to be a lot better than Warren. Yeah, it happens. TJ Warren is legit. I love him. If the Suns end up with the DeAndre Ayton or Trae Young, we are set. Not set, but you're a hell of a lot closer. D'Lo could probably be picked up for cheap because of how he's been playing. Very possibly. Keys in Miami for D'Lo I might be okay with. Let's see. I don't know his stats either. Where are they? I haven't actually looked at his stats in a while. Sorry. Okay, so here we go. Russell right now is averaging 16.2 points. Is he hurt? He's only played in 20 games. I have not been following him. It's not just a great defensive guard. Is good at involving teammates. Well, he's also great at rebounding. I mean, he looks like a tall Jason Kidd. Oh, he has been injured. Warren for top pick. I just don't want to trade him. Here's my point. I go back to that. I said this earlier. Although it's specifically about Bamba. As much as I want 2 draft picks, I want Eaton and Doncic, or I want Young and and Bamba, that kind of thing. If you're doing that, you got to keep TJ Warren because you still have to have enough talent on the roster to be able to win. You got to start with this is the last year of tanking. Otherwise, all hell will go. Everything will go to hell. Had a hip and hamstring injury. Evans is going to be expensive. Having a great contract year. Is Cauley Stein any good? Yeah, no, not really. I mean, he's average. He's just, I'd say below average. Are you going to have a draft day? I was planning on it, but then something came up, so I'm still trying to figure that out. I had absolutely planned on it, so now I'm not 100% positive. I'd only trade Warren if it's in a package for an all-star teacher Warren. So, great, I would say that. No Bamba. No, I would take Bamba, but I would not trade TJ Warren for Bamba. I would not. Again, that's why I want the Brooklyn pick. Because I think you can get the Brooklyn pick without trading the TJ Warren, and then... and then if you drafted Bamba, let's say that pick was 8 or 10, then I would think it would be perfect. No point in taking half the season with a lottery new setup. Not only that, but eventually you just have to start winning. I mean, you've just got to win at some point. Which is why, I mean, I would be just fine if they got a point guard somewhere in free agency or trade, and then or if they were able to draft Ayton. We're only getting Brooklyn benefits in the 3-team trade. Well, it's possible, but I mean, they might get desperate. Bamba is Bismack Biyombo. Probably. He's probably better, but he could very well be just that, just Bismack. I'm not, who knows. Told my friends if the Suns compete during games, if they are within 15 points at the end of the game, it's a win. I don't know. It depends. Were they down by 31 first? I really want to draft a center and see what Knight can do. Hey, what is up? What is up, Mr. Rich? That's the other thing, and I haven't mentioned that tonight, but we've talked about it a lot. Brandon Knight is still on this roster, and Brandon Knight was not a terrible point guard before he got paired up with Eric Bledsoe. The tanking has to end now. It has to end now. 2019 draft process for the Suns. Melo with the Suns. Not Melo. I don't have any prospect ideas for 2019. I barely know this year's. Can you start a new tweet series mentioning the lottery winners for pick number 5? Repeat that? Because I kind of do. Should Suns go after Porter Jr. expand if they pick up Brooklyn's pick? That's the thing. You got to have then selected either Ayton, Doncic, or Young. Oh, screw Angelo. At that point, you have to, because again, it's like Bamba. It's like, now that's an experiment. Are the Suns playoff team next year? Yes. I'm going to say yes, because I think they can improve pretty quickly in free agency and trade. Specifically, it depends on who they draft, because you need to get that kind of that free asset. But I do think they can be a playoff team next year. I do think they will be. Or they no, I think they'll at least be top 8. Or by top 8, obviously, but I mean, like, they'll at least be 8th or 9th, 8th or 7th. My apologies. What was I going to say? Somebody asked if I could tweet who's 5th. Well, the Suns have been 5th for a while, and I tweet the top 5. So I'm not really sure, since we become an 8th seed, then Dallas comes in and eliminates us. Well, that would mean they're first, so I highly doubt that. You get Ayton, Young, or Doncic, and that's playoffs. Very possible. Ideal if we can get both Young and Ayton. Oh, that's not just ideal. That is a fantasy of a dream. I mean, a pipe dream. It doesn't even give. If you're able to land those two somehow, if you can draft Ayton number 1 and somehow trade to number 2 and get Trae Young, Or Doncic, for that matter. But, I mean, Trae Young, holy shnikes. You just, I mean, Ryan McDonough put him on the Mount Rushmore of Arizona GMs of all time. Yeah, but that was different. I mean, they were actually really good. Let's just get the first overall pick, then we don't have to worry. Exactly. The only way we get that is if we trade TJ. Well, possibly. If the Suns bench Booker, we're going to get screwed in the draft again. Well, they're allowed to bench him if he's hurt, and he is hurt. That ain't working. Yeah, we're not that lucky. Only chance is to call your boy Vladdy. Well, where are they? Real quick, they are still number 2, 3. Oh, they've slipped to 3rd. Oh yeah, I'll have to do a new thing tonight because Sacramento's 3rd. So right now, I'll wait till after all the games. Oh, it just disappeared. Did it overtime, then I gotta end this. We're in overtime. Conor McGregor, I love him. Did it overtime. The Twitter, the tweet you're talking about. I'll look. I promise. Sack would make a dumb move. I need to trade Chris. Chris would get little playing time next season with Alan Williams injury. Yeah, agreed. Just imagine if Alan Williams was healthy this year. Marquise Chris would probably not be playing a whole lot, I'll tell you that. Especially if Alan Williams played the way he did last year, which, can you expect anything less from him? Send me that tweet thing one more time. I'm from Turkey forever. Seti Osman. That's awesome. Well, hey, thank you for watching from Turkey. We get Turkey, we get Australia, we get Japan. Would you trade for Fox on the night? Yes. On the Kings. Yes, I would trade Fox, but who are you going to trade for him? I would love Fox. Maybe that's why Tyler List sucks. Alan Williams was... Well, it's very possible. Remember, they were synergetic. They could be a player for Chris and 2 firsts. Oh, boy. And 2 firsts? So you're going to trade 3 firsts for Fox? And then, I mean, I do want him when I trade for him, yes. But, again, so my issue with Fox is size. Size matters, and he is 6'3", so and 170. Come on, would I take him? Yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat that, but yeah, Fox and Jackson equals Jam Bros. Yeah, probably. I mean, but again, size matters. Would I take him? Yes. And if you could somehow land him, then I'd be okay with just taking Ayton in the summer. But no. Oh no, for their 2018 first. Repeat that? I'm not going to go. We got a minute and a half left. If you have anything, repeat that because I don't understand. We got a minute and a half left and we're in double overtime. Fox or Young? Young. Afros en fuego. Agreed. I wish I had a lower voice because I'd love to read that like Afros en fuego and make it sound cool. Would you take Dennis Smith or Fox? I would take Dennis Smith over Fox. And I don't even care about size there. Because Dennis Smith is looking like KJ. And that excites me. Chris plus 2 firsts for their 2018 pick. Oh. They're the same size. Dennis Smith is bigger. Sack's pick. You're the GOAT, man. I do this for you. And sorry about last night. Yeah, so no, I would take Dennis Smith over Fox. For sure. Would I trade for Malik Monk? No. Shooting guard. But... I do. How about get Thomas back? Tim or Tim Thomas? Tristan Thomas? Oh, Tristan Thompson. Tim Thomas? Kurt Thomas? Which Thomas? Isaiah Thomas? Oh, Isaiah Thomas. No, I wouldn't want him back. Absolutely. Unicorn, Kristaps Porzingis. Yes, Isaiah, no. I mean, do you guys want him back? Kurt Thomas, yes. Isaiah Thomas, no, not so much. So again, size. I mean, I would rather giving Doncic. No, yeah, thank you. I know, I'm good. I'm not alone. Because I know a lot of people have been asking about him. He would be a fun. I'd take Kurt over IT. I love it. You think DeAndre are going to Cleveland? If it gets us the Brooklyn pick, yes. Bring me back Casey Jacobson. I wish Casey had been a better pro. I do. I don't want IT. He's playing, and he's a thug. He is a thug. It just ticks me off what he's been doing. IT and Booker would be terrible D, and he doesn't play defense. Yeah. Okay, good. We're all on the same page. Okay, would I trade Chris and 2 future firsts, so long as it's not the Phoenix first? I'll tell you what, I would trade Chris and 3 future firsts for Sacramento's pick. If they would take Chris, who's from Sacramento, they'd take Miami, they took Milwaukee, and they took Phoenix's next year. Done. Give me Sacramento's pick, give me Phoenix's pick, And now you very possibly could have both Ayton and Young. How is Tyron? I don't know. He should have been fired. Cleveland does not know how to fire a head coach. Hit pitcher is a killer, but a small point guard for big money entering his 30s is a no-go. Agreed. All right, well, that's it. We went to double overtime. We're now trickling into triple overtime, but I got to run an errand. I still got to pick up the boy. And by the way, there's beer in the freezer, and I don't want it to explode. So, thank you so much. I will do something for the trade deadline. I'm not 100% positive that I can do it. I do not want Sexton. I would take Luka. Yes. Although, no, what I would do is I would trade that pick. I would try to find someone that send me a good veteran for Colin Sexton. I have no faith in Colin. He's Eric Bledsoe light. We don't need another Eric Bledsoe. I want a guy that's going to pass. Trae Young passes. Luka Doncic passes. That's what I want. I don't want just a scorer. That's why I would take Dennis Smith over Fox. No, I am not at the game on Wednesday. I'm a musician as well. I got to make money wherever I can. And I got hired for a really big gig this weekend. We've got a late night rehearsal on Sunday, and of course the game starts at 8:30. So that just sucks. But I will definitely be keeping tabs on. I will still be tweeting. I can still do that. The trade deadline is Thursday. See you Thursday when McDonough trades Booker for a second-round pick. I was gonna say you're a jerk. You're not a jerk. That was just the first word that was gonna come out of my mouth. But no, it's not. But my question is, what time is the trade deadline? Because actually, I might be able to. Hold on. I think it's 1, right? NBA. I might be able to do something. I just thought about this. 3 p.m. Eastern. It's 1 o'clock. Ooh. I get off at 3. It'll be early. It'll be before 6 o'clock, but I still might be able to do something. Maybe I'll do one on Thursday. It's 3 o'clock Eastern. So it's 1 o'clock AZ time. Maybe I could do something early afternoon on Thursday, and then maybe I could do something on Friday. I might have planned. Well, I'll let you guys know. I wish I could do something live at 1 o'clock. Maybe from work I'll do a short video stream or something on lunch. I'll see what I can do. I'll definitely do something for you guys. But anyway, I love you all. I do this for you. I just hope something exciting happens for the Suns, like we trade for a star for once. Don't hold your breath, please, because you might never wake up. Please do something after 3. I have school until then. It would be after 3. I get off work at 2:30, so by the time, everything happens. So I do this for you. I love you all. I will do something. I'll do a video stream for the trade deadline. Again, something came up, so I might not be able to do it like that evening, but I'll do something in the afternoon. Maybe I can do something Friday. I'll make it up to you guys for sure. See you guys later. If not, no matter what happens, I will be back here Monday night. Phoenix on schedule. I'll be back here Monday night. Will I be back Monday night, or is it Tuesday? Looking at the calendar. 12th. Oops, Suns play on Monday against Golden State. Oh, I can do that because the game starts at 8:30, so I'll be able to do a pregame video stream. That'll be awesome. So expect me back here Monday night for sure. I know most of you guys are gone now, but I'm just letting you know. All right, thank you very much. I will see you all later. I love you all. I do this for you. I will see you in a week.